Check your old photos. At 3 a.m., the world operates on a specific set of rules. Gravity holds you down. Reflections mimic your face. And elevators only stop where they are told. But sometimes the code breaks. And when the code breaks, you see things you were never meant to see. Case File 1. The Hollow Floor. At 11:42 p.m., David's rule was simple. Get home, lock the door, sleep. He stepped into the glass elevator of his high-rise. The air smelled of lemon polish and recycled oxygen. He watched the red digital numbers tick upwards. Floor 10, floor 11, floor 12. Then, the rhythm broke. The motor didn't stop, but the sound changed. It went deeper, like a heavy breath. The car paused. The display flickered between 12 and 14. The metal doors slid open. Smooth, quiet. David looked out. It was a hallway that mirrored his own. Same beige carpet, same potted plant, but the light was wrong. It was yellow, sickly, and the silence was heavy. No traffic noise, no hum of electricity. David stepped out. The carpet felt damp. He looked at the wall plaque where the floor number should be. It was blank, just a smooth, gray square. He turned back to the elevator, panic rising in his throat. He hammered the closed door button. The doors didn't move. The next morning, the building manager showed him the blueprints. That space is solid concrete, he said. We sealed it off 20 years ago. David looked at the security monitor on the manager's desk. It cycled to a camera labeled unknown. It showed the yellow hallway. And standing in the middle of the empty, sealed corridor, staring up at the lens, was David. He never really left. But escaping the building doesn't mean you are safe. Case File 2. The Reflection. At 7:45 a.m., the rule of the metro is absolute. Never lock eyes with a stranger. Sarah broke that rule. The station always smelled of ozone and damp concrete. A liminal space between worlds. On Monday, Sarah saw her, a woman on the opposite platform, wearing Sarah's gray coat, holding Sarah's leather bag, wearing Sarah's face. Tuesday came. The double was there again, but her coat was dirty. Her lip was bleeding. She stood perfectly still, staring right at Sarah across the tracks. Wednesday, the double looked like she had been in a car crash. One eye swollen shut, an arm hanging loose. She mouthed the words, "You are next." Friday morning, the platform was empty. No double, no blood, just white tiles. Sarah exhaled. She stepped in her train. The doors chimed and slid shut. The tunnel went dark outside. Sarah looked at her reflection in the black window glass. The car was empty, but in the reflection, the bruised woman was sitting in the seat right next to her. Leaning in close, you can avoid the elevator. You can avoid the train, but you cannot avoid your memories. Case File 3. The Photobomb. At 2:14 a.m., the rule of nostalgia is dangerous. Never look too closely at the background. Mark was digitizing 20 years of family albums. The room was silent, lit only by the blue glow of the scanner. The first glitch appeared in a photo from 1998. A beach trip. To Mark's left, a gray blur. A smudge on the film. Mark wiped the screen, but the smudge stayed. He scanned the next one. Christmas, 2001. The living room was warm. Mark was opening a gift. But in the dark hallway behind him, the blur was there again. Taller now, more solid. A figure in a suit that seemed too large for its body. Mark called his mother. "Who is the man?" he asked. "The one standing next to me in every picture." "There was no man, Mark," she whispered. "You played alone." Mark hung up. The air in the room turned cold. He loaded the final photo. A digital file from yesterday. A selfie Mark took in the mirror of this very room. He zoomed in. There was Mark. And there, standing directly behind his right shoulder, the figure was no longer blurred. The suit was black. The skin was gray. And for the first time in 20 years, it wasn't looking at Mark. It was looking directly into the lens. It is looking at you. Don't turn around.